I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, May the 4th, where it's well advertised by now, the big jumps that the cash-fed cattle market made this week. Is it too high, too fast? Is it too much all at once? You know, we had cash sales in the Northern Plains all the way up to 147, gaining as much as $10 from just last week. Now that's great. You know, all of us are wanting this cattle market to get as high as it can get, and we love that for the producers and the feeders. But that's the highest the cash-fed cattle market has been since August of 2015. It's the fastest advance since 2003. Both of those happened right immediately before a major wreck. So I don't know if it's a coincidence, but you might want to look at history to see what's going to happen in the future there. But we remember the wreck that we had in the fall of 2015. We remember the wreck we had in 2003. Of course, that had a lot to do with the mad cow, but still, it just, those things can happen. And maybe not all on the up and up, but keep your eye out for fishy things happening out there, and keep your eye out for a wreck, and keep yourself protected. The board on Wednesday there, live cattle futures June and August up to the $3 limit. Feeder cattle board on May was up $3.67, August up to $4.50 limit, all the way up to $160.10 on August. Guys are desperately wanting to sell their summer yearlings coming off grass. Nobody ready to contract them yet. They would love to get some paper signed on those if they could. Some of the guys that I've heard of that are fully hedged on their summer grass yearlings are taking a beating. The margin calls are coming in weekly, and they're in the double-digit thousands of dollars every week. They've got to get those cattle sold, and this thing has just made such a rush up all of a sudden and so fast that everybody's nervous and not sure what to do. And they can't necessarily trust the board to offset the risk, because it hasn't been doing a good job of keeping up with the market. But fats on Wednesday, another huge movement. No telling how many it'll be. It'll be somewhere between 100 and 150,000 head. You see how cool that is when people are selling negotiated. You see where that leverage comes through. All you guys that sell off the basis and sell off of last week's highs and do all the contracting and sell for 2 to 4 weeks out. You see how these guys gained all this market position by selling negotiated current sales. That's the way it happens. You know, years ago, that's the way they did it. They decided centuries ago that was the best way to sell products, and it's still the best way to sell them. You look in the Southern Plains, Kansas and Texas there, 145 to 146, $7 to $9 higher. Northern Plains, 145 to 147, $7 to $10 higher. Dress sales, $230 in the meat, $11 to $15 higher. Colorado at 147, $7 to $9 higher. Another week where we haven't had established price in Iowa because they just don't have anything ready. That's why we've been able to see this market go up so fast. You've been talking to a lot of guys, some guys fat cattle buyers, some guys that cattle feeders, other market watchers, and y'all hear them say the same thing. They needed blood on the floor. They needed something to hang on the hooks. They short bought. It's going to be a long time before the Packers let themselves get in this position again. So they will be lining up once they recover from this massive bull rush here to try to tie cattle up down the line. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of people there willing to let them do it and give up all the leverage. But that's what they'll be wanting to do. They'll be wanting to contract your cattle. They'll be wanting to sign your cattle up on some kind of a formula deal, because this is the worst case scenario for the Packers, getting caught like this. Now they're trying to strong arm their customers into paying more for box beef cutout values. They're balking at that, and they've really gotten themselves in a bind. Although box beef cutout values sharply higher so far this week, again on Wednesday, but having trouble moving the kind of product that they need to move to keep these kill levels at the level they've been, which has also helped to give us all this market. But you look at your feeder cattle, just as crazy, or maybe crazier yet. You look at your real-time index, Beef Market Central, that's 700 to 900 pound steers average through the middle 12 states there, averaging around 800 pounds at 146.94 late Wednesday. That's up 434 from the previous day. Wow. You just don't see that on a major index that's got a lot of cattle being thrown in there from multiple regions. But OKC West had another big sale, 15,500 head. It's amazing how many cattle El Reno's been getting in there since they split their days up there. But on Wednesday, the feeder cattle, $6 to $10 higher, as you see here on the Beef Market Central market report there out of El Reno. Individual quote, Torrington, Wyoming had 105 head of steers at 4:15 in the afternoon. You see there on Beef Market Central, they weighed 709 at 175.25. Another market, not on Beef Market Central, but I had a good friend there. She was watching the market and sent me this clip. That's in Green City, Missouri on heifers. 163 head of feeder heifers. Now these were not replacements. They went to Nebraska Feed Yard, weighed 626 at 167.75, and they better feed like a good steer. That's your feeder flash for Thursday.